What's up, y'all? Kyle Hamilton here. I want to give a quick shout out to Lucas, Connor, and Ryan in the Week 0 podcast.
Jackson rolling out, 3rd and 7 after the penalty, and it's a completion to Kuma. He's still running. Kuma breaks free against a tired defense as the Hokies deliver the dagger here in Tallahassee. Empty look for Richardson. Oh, that is danger! Oh my! Keidron Smith cuts inside, and he's gonna pick six it in the swamp. Cat scratch fever Smith.
DJ is picked off, intercepted again by Benjamin Morrison. Here goes Morrison down the sideline. Can he go? Yes, he can. Touchdown, pick six, Benjamin Morrison. Nix drops back underneath. Touchdown, Ducks. Wow. Chase Cota.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the Week 0 podcast. We are without Phil this lovely Thursday, but we got Lucas back. And, of course, Brian, why don't you actually introduce the man sitting below Lucas right there?
Yep, I got it.
And let everyone know what's going on.
Yeah, I got it. So this is 4-star running back, Notre Dame commit in the 2025 class, Daniel Anderson from Arkansas. Daniel, thank you for joining us. I know we had you on last week for the gold standard. How is things going for you, man?
Everything's going pretty well. Thanks for having me again.
Yeah, we appreciate you giving us the time. So real quick, we'll start off before we get into the Pickems and stuff. You guys have any questions for Daniel?
My question is, first one is, I'm sure Ryan asked you this, is what made you choose Notre Dame? And then 2, what were the other kind of like final teams that you were kind of considering or schools to go to?
Right. So really, the overall thing about Notre Dame is they're not all just about football. They bring academics into play and they bring life after football into play, and that's something that's very important to me because I'm not here just to play football. Because once football is over, you still have a life to live, and they can provide something to be stable for that, and that's really what made me choose them.
Okay. And then what was like your final like top 3 or 4 schools that you were like had down to your at the end there?
I would have said it would have been Notre Dame, Colorado, and probably Tennessee.
Nice.
All right, Lucas, you got anything?
I mean, I don't really know. I think I kind of handled it beforehand. Obviously, picked the second best school you could have picked. Could have picked Oregon, but no, I'm just playing. What was your recruiting like? I think it's really interesting to hear like how recruiting goes for each player and each person, like how the visits were, and like did you take an official visit before you committed, or were you just like you went to Notre Dame, you're like it's the one. The campus is beautiful. We all went to the campus. It's absolutely beautiful there. Not so much outside the campus, but it's a great place. The campus is awesome. So like what was that like for you?
So I had never been to Notre Dame before, and just that first time going up to the camp, I never expected to get that initial offer right as soon as the camp was over, and then I got to tour all of the campus. Like you said, it is a very nice campus. It's very beautiful there, and so that was just very surprising because I never expected that.
Heck yeah, all that.
All right, Josh.
Justin asking the important question here.
Yeah.
Did you ever get an offer from Michigan?
No, sir, I have not.
Not
No.
yet. And there it is.
And here's
Harbaugh is not a very good recruiter. It's fine.
Are you fully a hard commit, or are you just on paper commit, and you might someone could come along and get you?
Right now, I'd say I'm a pretty hard commit.
There you go. Ryan's not sweating in his boots right now. Then.
So you're being recruited as a running back. Uh, have you always played running back in high school, or did you have any other positions that you played? And what's your favorite? If you did have any other different positions, what's your favorite position to play in football?
Well, definitely my favorite position is running back. I've always grew up playing running back, and it's my favorite. But I can also play a receiver as well, and so I can do those both pretty well.
Very nice.
Heck yeah.
All right.
Actually, I am curious as well. Part of the recruiting thing, to go with that, what coach has been like the biggest part of your recruitment so far? And because I know this is like I'm putting a lot on your plate right now, but a lot of recruits will follow the coach that recruits them the hardest. So what coach has really been like in your corner throughout this whole process?
It has 100% been Dre Brown and Chad Bowden. Those two they really helped me a lot with my decisions and helped me like really open my eyes as to what I wanted to do with my future.
Heck yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. All right. Anything else, guys?
No, I think that's it. I think we, just a few minutes, and I think we can
Yeah, we
quickly
covered
get
a
into
couple
it.
bases
All
there.
right. Let's go ahead and get into our first topic, and then we'll get into the pick'ems. First things first. What do we think about the AP poll that just came out like a couple days ago? I know feel free, Daniel, to give your thoughts as well. But I'll go ahead and Josh first. But anything you don't like, you like? What are your thoughts on the new top 25?
I mean, okay. Well, first off, I don't like the graphic. How it's just. I mean, I'm a big graphic guy. Okay, I like stuff done well, and this looks like. I mean, they put some work into it. North Carolina, I like where they're at. Louisville seems a little high, but they are undefeated. They did just get a big win at home. Ole Miss is still kind of creeping up there on Alabama. See.
I just can't understand the logic for why Miami's ranked after what happened.
I kind of get it, but I don't like Miami there. And then Florida State at 4. They kind of feel like last year's TCU team. It's kind of hanging in there, but they're winning football games. So that's all I got.
Daniel, is there anything you like? I know you say you don't watch too much college football, but any kind of thoughts on this?
Well, like you said, I'd say Louisville's a little high, even though after that big win at home. But I'd say, same as he said.
All right, Lucas.
Yeah, for sure. My biggest thing, and I kind of there's not a really great reason for it, other than I think both teams head to head would beat the certain team. But I think Oregon and Washington are better than Penn State. I talked about it in the chat a little bit. I know Penn State has handled business. I'm glad that I'm okay with where the rankings are. As far as 6, 7, 8, I'm totally okay with it because of how they've handled business. But I think they're better teams. But that's just me. That's just my West Coast bias a little bit. I didn't hurt Kentucky as much as the AP poll did in my polls, just because they played the best team in the country and they got beat up, but they're also a team that's won 30 straight. I mean, 2 straight national titles. That's kind of expect that to happen. I know I picked Kentucky, but still. Other than that, Louisville's a little high. I'm on the same boat with them. I don't think they're better than Oregon State. What else can I see here? I'm okay with Miami at 25. I think Liberty is a better pick for 25 in my opinion, because they are undefeated and they've played very, very well. I don't agree with that even a little bit. What was I saying? Miami. Oh yeah, Miami. I'm totally okay with them being in there. They won that game 100%. They won that game. Mario Cristobal.
Nothing happened in the last 45 seconds of the game.
Mario Cristobal pulled a Mario Cristobal, and he's done it a million times before. He's done it at Oregon. He actually did it at Oregon 2 times. One time we didn't fumble. The other time we did fumble, and Stanford beat us. So
the only thing is about that is there was still time on the clock with that Stanford thing. That's the only difference.
But remember, Mario Cristobal doesn't take responsibility for Mario Cristobal decisions. He blames the running back.
He
didn't take very much responsibility, unfortunately. But I get why Miami is in the top 25 because the Associated Press is like they're still a really good team. I feel like they're not. They messed up.
I feel like they're not punishing them as badly as they could be because that is just such a bad coaching blunder. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, Daniel, you know, you're a running back. What were your thoughts on? I don't know if you know exactly, but did you see what happened at the end of that Miami game?
I did not know.
Go ahead, Connor.
Georgia Tech. So Miami's up by 3. Under 40 seconds left.
Georgia Tech has no timeouts.
Georgia Tech has no timeouts, and instead of kneeling it, they run the ball. The running back fumbles it. Georgia Tech recovers, and then 3 plays later, they give up a 44-yard touchdown pass with like 5 seconds left, where the defense just completely bit on the quarterback running free along the flat, and they just let the wide receiver get behind him for a touchdown.
Okay, I remember seeing clips of this now. Yeah, that was not a very smart coach.
Holy God. Let's go. Sorry.
It just happened.
Yeah, I mean, as a running back in that situation, because I feel for the kid, and I understand, like, as a running back, your job's not to fumble, but, like, what are your kind of thoughts?
It wasn't a fumble, by the way. I don't know how they reviewed. I don't know how they reviewed it and called it a fumble, but his elbow was clearly down.
When he rolls over.
They wanted chaos. I am like, we're talking about Notre Dame getting ripped off throughout the season on refs, but the refs screwed Miami. They wanted chaos at the end there. 100%.
I wonder if there's a way to. I wonder if you could find a photo.
But yeah, my only thought on this is I disagree. I think Miami should fall out because. Well, they did like that was a bad coaching blunder. They still had a chance to win that game. Their defense could have got a stop. They didn't. You lost to Georgia Tech at home. The same Georgia Tech that lost to Bowling Green. And I know football math doesn't always work. But, yeah. Georgia Tech almost beat Louisville. But, yeah, I don't think they're a very good team. I like that Kentucky's still in the top 25. Honestly, I don't know if Kansas should be there. I'd like to see Mizzou still in there. Yeah, because
I feel like they had to drop Mizzou because they lost and because LSU and Mizzou were at the bottom there. Well, did Kansas came in, right?
Yeah, Kansas came in for blowing out UCF.
I don't know, man. I don't know if you drop Mizzou because of that.
I don't think so. But hey, it is what it is.
But overall, I like the top 10.
The better graphic, the proper true rankings.
Yeah, our rankings.
Yeah,
the only rankings that matter.
So this is this the first week including Phil now?
Yes, it is. No, second week.
Second week.
Speaking of Phil,
it's 35-32. West Virginia just got 8 points. There's like 4 minutes left.
Who are they playing again?
Houston.
So this is our top 25 poll, the Week 0 podcast top 25 poll, which is all 5 of us, including Phil, who is not here tonight.
And Ryan messed up the graphic.
I hadn't messed up the graphic.
Ryan put down that ugly background. And
it used to have no background to it. It used to be clean.
I kind of like it. I know you guys don't like it.
Daniel, right here, right now. Do you like the splotchy background?
I say it's a little messy. It's a little chaotic in the back.
I'm glad that he's not conforming to the resident Notre Dame fan here.
No. Daniel here is gonna fix Ryan. He's gonna change him and make him a better man, better sports fan, better
I hope
college
so.
fan.
I hope so. Yeah.
It's gonna be hilarious. Okay.
So, I mean, I guess I can start here
Yeah, go
with
ahead, Lucas.
ours. Washington went up 3 on the bye week, and the biggest reason they went up 3 in our rankings is because I actually have them as the number 2 team in the country. No, I put them at number 3 this week. The week before, I had them at number 2. I think they're a top 3 team as of right now. Now, do I think Oregon's going to beat them? Of course, 100%. But I think they're, as of right now, a top 3 team. That's why we have them at number 5 in our rankings, because I skewed that a little bit. USC continues to drop in our rankings. They've dropped, I think, every single week that we've had them in the rankings.
Really have. What did they start at?
They started at
They were at
3.
4 or 5, and I think they've either stayed or dropped every week.
Yeah,
now.
they've dropped all the way down to 11. Love to see that. We didn't hurt Kentucky too bad, which I'm glad. Air Force up into the top 25 is nice. They're undefeated. We kept Missouri in, which is good. Wyoming, a team that was a bit of a sleeper in our top 25. I think they're a team that could be ranked at some point this season.
Well, they play Air Force this weekend, so
Yeah, it's gonna be a crazy game. It's gonna be really
I forgot we didn't even have Louisville ranked, so they're jumped all the way to 15.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, they jumped all the way to 15, which I
Well, we
I
thought
don't
they
know,
sucked.
man. I feel like they're around 18. I feel like they're higher up, man. I
It's
don't
gotta
know.
be PI.
It's lower now. I don't know.
yeah.
But other than that, Notre Dame at
Hey,
20, I think is
Hold
okay.
on, I'm gonna address this. Phil, you want to hop on, buddy?
Go ahead.
I saw that comment.
I
You
saw the
know I
comment.
am.
I'm not putting it on the screen, but
We're not putting it on the screen, but my God, that's funny.
hey,
Go ahead, Josh. Any thoughts on the top 25?
Man, ours. I like ours. I really do. I was
like
wondering why Washington was so high, and now I know, Lucas.
hey, that's not just a West Coast bias though. Like they got a vote.
Lucas
for
is just
number
trying to
one.
get, or is just trying to get
Make that Oregon win look
No,
better.
they got it. They got a vote
make
from
that
the
Oregon win
AP
look
to be
better.
number
Dude,
one.
Lucas, I hope you
in the
know
country.
by moving Washington up that high, you dropped your own team. Like,
No, that's totally fine. That's totally fine.
That's
I mean,
fine,
I'm not
you
the
know.
only one that thinks
Oregon's
Washington
gonna win,
looks
fine.
extremely good.
yeah.
I think Oregon has better defense, and I think they're going to show them that this week. But I'm not the only one that thinks Washington is a top 3 team.
All right, go ahead, Josh.
How did Duke move up 2 spots?
On a bye week, because the teams ahead of them lost.
That's great.
Yeah, because Washington and
Washington State, Notre Dame lost. That's
Notre
how.
Dame lost.
Yeah, that's it. Okay, yeah, I like it.
Daniel, do you have any thoughts?
No, yeah, I was agreeing with that.
Oh, say something about the graphic, man. Go ahead.
It looks better.
It's definitely better than the
Our
old
graphic's
one.
better.
Yeah. It is better. It's way better.
Put 'em
There
on
we
the
go.
spot.
All right, Connor, do you have any thoughts?
No, I mean, I like that we didn't punish Mizzou too badly. We still kept him in there. Though I was voting for Wyoming over them. I know
Yeah.
that was
They were
contentious.
tied. They were
Yeah, they were
tied.
tied, and we finished, and then we cut it 3-2 in favor of Mizzou. Wyoming's looking to be maybe up there with like Liberty and Air Force is like the best group of 5 teams right now in the country.
Could you imagine, like, if we had the 12-team playoff this year, Air Force would or Wyoming would get the bid,
Or Liberty.
or
with,
Liberty.
Dude,
that
Liberty.
is
I have
insane.
Liberty's quarterback. Like he's a monster. I remember him on my fantasy team.
Is he gonna? I think he
Yeah,
comes back
Caden
next year,
Salter.
too.
Caden Salter is a beast.
Yeah, they were on the
That's
they were,
always
they were on the bye.
nice.
They were on the bye last week. So and then I think he was hurt. We didn't punish Kentucky too much. Obviously, getting smacked, and because of that, we kept Georgia at 1. I feel like if they had struggled against Kentucky, I feel like we would have probably dropped them and put Michigan 2. I think that's probably would have been the thinking. I'm just looking. I don't really see any true issues.
Like,
Honestly.
I don't have an issue. I do think I didn't think about this when I was ranking, but I kind of have an issue with Duke being ahead of Notre Dame just because of the head-to-head. But I understand because of the 2 losses, you got to drop Notre Dame further.
That's fair. Yeah.
But can I just say it's funny, and I know what Josh is going to say. Love to see Notre Dame still ranked ahead of LSU. Gotta love it. Gotta love it.
2 words. 2
Not
words.
for long.
Rent free. Start charging that dude some rent, man.
Yeah, Brian Kelly's in your head, buddy.
Rent free. Up there.
Daniel's happy he's not playing for Brian Kelly.
All right, let's go ahead and get into the Pickems. What the reason we're all here. You're the current. I didn't update it yet because of the 2 games last night, so it's still a little bit behind.
4.
But this is the current Pick'em standings right now.
I got a point on all of you last night.
Good job, Lucas.
Still got 2 points.
Did anybody who took Houston, by the way?
Nobody took Houston.
Nobody took Houston.
Okay, good. Okay.
Why?
Because we all took West Virginia, and
Are they winning?
I think
All right.
Houston's gonna win.
All right, let's get into it. Michigan State at Rutgers. Rutgers is a 4.5 point favorite.
We'll go like Josh, Daniel, me, Ryan.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Yeah,
Okay. Josh, go ahead.
All right. Give me this. What are they? Scarlet Knights? Yeah, give me Rutgers on this one. They've looked pretty impressive for a Rutgers team this year, and Sparty is down bad this year. Give me Rutgers.
Phil says he's picking. He's also picking in the comments, and it counts.
Okay.
Poor little bro, him.
Rutgers are the Vanderbilt of the Big Ten. However, I do think they're going to beat Lil Bronham. I have the score 20-17.
All right, Daniel, who you got in this one?
I'd say Rutgers at. Where'd I go? I'd say 21 to. I'd say 20. I think it's gonna be close.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a real man. Keeping scores.
Daniel says he doesn't watch any college football, and he's going to do the best of all of us.
Daniel, I've always done the scores every single week, and these little sissies over here don't ever do the scores. So I'm glad that you're saying the score. Yeah, I appreciate it.
All right, yeah, give me the Scarlet Knights. I don't think it's going to be particularly close. Michigan State's in shambles right now as a program, so yeah, give me Rutgers.
Yeah, give me Rutgers, and like I said, watch. Daniel says he doesn't watch much college football, but he's going to end up having he's going to have more correct than us this week, probably.
Yeah.
I always have the worst, and it irritates me so much because every year I have the worst Pickems ranking, even though I do by far the most research out of all of you.
Hey, I did the research. I used to do that. First year we did it, and then I was like, okay, this is too much time. I'm lazy and I don't want to do it.
Yeah, Daniel, just so you know, you are competing with your fellow Irish commit, Logan Zaldate. He's got 24. So you got to have a really good week. Logan. You got to beat Logan, man.
And then I don't know if anyone's ever going to beat
was it Liam? He had
29.
Liam.
29? Jeez.
He had 29 out of what, 35?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Liam isn't fair, dude. That guy his whole life is college football.
Liam runs the no context college football
page.
I guess Twitter
account.
Yeah, we call it Twitter.
It's
still Twitter.
It's still Twitter. Good.
It's not X. All right.
They come into the Wolverines. Hey, man. Harbaugh doesn't know how to recruit. Clearly, he hasn't sent an offer over yet.
I'm wondering if Phil's going to figure out that Michigan just pre-recruits people for Kentucky.
That's funny.
That's funny. All right, moving on.
Iowa State at Cincinnati. Cincinnati's a 5.5 point favorite at home.
Do you actually want me to go first?
Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay, I'll go first because I know Lucas was throwing a hissy fit about that.
One time.
One time.
Give me Cincy.
I guess I'll take the Bearcats. I almost went there.
We'll just have Daniel go last because he's our guest.
That's
I will
right.
go next. I have Cincinnati 28-24.
Yeah, I'll go Cincy as well. Daniel, who you got?
I'll go Cincy too.
All right, clean sweep.
The Fighting Travis Kelce's.
Georgia Southern at James Madison. Daniel, I know you probably don't know too much about these schools, but we over at Week Zero Predictions like to give love to the smaller D1 schools.
Okay.
Battle between two of the best group of 5 schools in the country. Connor, who do you got in this one?
I got the best team
there
in
you
the
go.
state of Virginia. Give me James Madison. And yeah.
Yeah.
Ryan, make sure you record Phil's picks.
All right.
Yeah. Comments.
Don't forget.
Give me JMU for this one. Here you go. There, it makes it easy.
Same score as Lucas predicts.
Yeah. I got JMU 1,000-0. No. I got JMU 42-31.
Yeah, give me the Dukes of James Madison. It's still terrible that they're still on postseason ban for moving up from FCS.
You know what's terrible for that as well is Jacksonville State.
Yeah, Jacksonville State can't even go to a bowl game either.
Yeah.
That's just terrible, man. All right, go ahead, Daniel. Who you got in this one?
I'll go James Madison.
All right, smart man. All right, Florida on the road at South Carolina. South Carolina is a 2.5-point favorite at home. Connor?
I didn't realize South Carolina was actually 2-3. Damn.
Under 500 club, baby.
He did do it this week though. That makes me sad.
I know.
I'll take Florida actually. We say
All
Graham
right.
Mertz is bad, but his numbers are not are pretty decent this year, passing numbers wise. So I'll take Graham Mertz.
Man, I want to pick South Carolina. I really do, but I think the wrong team is favored here. Give me the Gators to survive all that sandstorm they got up there in Columbia.
I'm going to take Florida. Trevor Etienne, just like Monica Lewinsky, is going to run through those cocks. I'm taking 21-10.
Oh,
You
my
can't
God.
make a reference that's older than our guest.
Oh,
I don't think did that go way over your head?
he knows who Monica Lewinsky is.
Yeah.
Do you know who Monica
No.
Lewinsky is? No, he
Oh
doesn't.
man,
No, he doesn't.
old Billy Clinton does.
All right, Daniel, who you got in this one?
I'm going to go with the Gators.
I'm going to go South Carolina. I forgot I didn't do my pick. I'll go with the Gamecocks on this one, so give me a free point. All right. Next up, BYU at TCU. TCU is a 6-point favorite at home.
Just advice, Daniel. If you do look up Monica Lewinsky, just wait until you're done here and look at before you search that.
But it's
Make
not,
sure you're
it's,
alone
not
in
anything,
your room.
it's not anything incredibly dirty.
Nah, it's, unless you
Oh
like
my God.
cars.
No, it was a presidential scandal is what it was.
She's just a hefty lefty. It's all right. We'll be all right.
Oh my
Unless you like cars.
Moving on.
Moving on.
Give me BYU.
You know, I will take give me the Bicycle College. I'll take the Mormons over the Horned Frogs.
If soaking was a sport, they'd win every week. I'm taking BYU 34-21.
Oh man.
Dude, I've been waiting for these jokes.
I know you have.
I'm gonna go TCU in this one. Yeah, I don't have any real reason, but I think the Christians beat the Mormons.
Well, I forgot it was Texas Christian.
Go ahead, Daniel.
TCU.
I'm going to go with TCU.
Yeah,
There
dude,
you go. There you go.
We're gonna have to return.
Go ahead,
We're gonna have to
TCU as
return
well.
the Holy War next year. Utah versus BYU in the Big 12.
all right.
That'd be cool.
Iowa 5-1 at Wisconsin, who's 4-1. Wisconsin is a 9.5-point favorite.
That's maybe one of the craziest I've seen. That's
crazy.
not like
Take
Neither
the
team's
Iowa.
ranked.
Take Iowa plus 9.5 right now.
Will Wisconsin even score 10 points?
I was about to say, well, Iowa will score 10 points is more the question.
Brian, can we all say it's safe to say that Brian Ferentz is gone? Like his job is
this
already
his last year.
No, he's got yeah.
Dude, his
Phil's
office
taking
is already
Iowa.
packed up.
Give me Wisconsin, but I'm not touching the points there. I would take Iowa on the points, but give me Wisconsin to win.
He's taking Badgers. Give me. You know what? I'll take Iowa. Give me Iowa. I think they win this one outright. I think it's ugly, but they still win it.
I'm taking Wisconsin. This is actually a little thing between me and Phil right now because I took Wisconsin. I took yes, they did. Yes,
they did.
Absolutely.
They did. Oh my god!
But I'm taking Wisconsin. Phil said Iowa was going to go to the Big Ten championship. I said Wisconsin, so this is a little thing between me and him. However, I do have Wisconsin winning 17-10.
There you go. Bet the under on this game, boys.
All right, I'm gonna go. Give me good old Scotty. With Cade McNamara out, I don't know who the backup quarterback is for Iowa, but he's not going to be better than Cade McNamara, and Cade McNamara wasn't that good. So, yeah, give me Scotty at home. Go ahead, Daniel.
So crazy.
I'm gonna go with Iowa.
Ooh.
Hey.
Okay. All right. Kansas State, coming off of an upset loss at Oklahoma State, goes on the road to take on Texas Tech, who is a 1.5-point favorite.
So wait, what'd you say? Did K-State win or lose?
They lost on the road at Oklahoma
State. To Oklahoma State.
All right, and we were like, we all picked Oklahoma. We all picked K-State.
No, we all picked K-State because Oklahoma State has not looked good this year.
Dude,
oh my god, that is just terrible tackling by Houston.
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
That is just
ridiculous.
All right, go ahead.
Go ahead, Connor.
Just because of that, just because of last week, I don't trust K-State now. Give me Texas Tech.
Well,
and it's a night game too. Yeah, give me Texas Tech night game.
It's in Lubbock. Give me Texas Tech.
Yeah, Texas Tech doesn't lose in Lubbock unless it's against the mighty Oregon. So I'm taking Texas Tech 31-27.
Yeah, give me the Red Raiders in this one. Daniel?
I'm going to go with Texas Tech.
All right, solid pick. Next up, Wyoming at Air Force. Give me the Cougars and not Stiflers.
Was that about the BYU pick?
All right. Wyoming at Air Force. Air Force is a 10.5-point favorite at home.
Well, I guess now this will determine which of those two might make the top 25 this week. Depending how it goes for us.
Oh, it will 100%.
Yeah, I think it's at home. It's Air Force. Air Force look good. Plus, they still use some of the triple option, and so I think that's going to be tough for Wyman to prepare for. Yeah, give me Air Force. The best of these service academies, unfortunately.
Houston has a chance
right now. All right. Second half is a lot of points. They're at home. It's a night game. Give me Air Force.
Air Force had the number one defense in college football last year. They look like they're kind of keeping up with that pace. However, Wyoming is the home of somebody that went to my high school, Brett Smith. He's the all-time leading passer in Wyoming. So I got to go with the Cowboys. I'm going 38-35.
All right. Yeah, give me the Falcons because I think a Falcon would beat a Cowboy.
I don't believe that.
I don't know, man. Just give me Air Force. All right, Daniel, who you got, man?
I'm going with Air Force.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right. Marshall at Georgia State. Georgia State's a 1.5-point favorite at home.
A lot of good games this week.
There's actually a lot of good games. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Phil.
Be sure to like, share, and subscribe.
I'll give you something that's surprising. You know how I keep saying Virginia Tech
to the end zone. Oh my God! He caught it! He caught it! Oh my
Oh,
God!
no.
Houston wins on a Hail Mary.
Oh
No
boy,
way.
we're gonna start calling
Houston
this
wins on a Hail Mary.
podcast.
On the tip pass, he caught it. Houston wins.
Oh,
Oh my
Houston
God.
walk off Hail Mary.
You're
Good job, guys.
joking. All right.
that's
Oh
wild.
my
Holy
God.
crap.
So good thing none of us
Took
none of
Houston.
us
Yeah, none of us took Houston. We all took West. So never gets to that point.
That's insane.
So I'm
my
guessing
God.
it's not Country
That's
Roads
like
Take Me Home tonight.
Crazy.
not tonight. Not
Oh my
tonight.
God.
All right.
Okay.
Anyways, okay.
Connor.
I'll say this before you pick. Marshall has given up the most runs of 60 yards or more in the entire country. Their rush defense is actually somewhat worse than Virginia Tech's.
But they're 4-1, and they beat Virginia Tech.
Yeah, but still, like that's like one of those weird statistical anomalies. You know what I mean?
Get to it.
Give me Georgia State.
Ooh. Okay, well, I'm taking Marshall.
That was the craziest thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
I get it.
It's going to be Georgia State, and the reason why is exactly what Connor just said. Now, Marcus Carroll, the running back for Georgia State, has absolutely lit it up for my fantasy team this year. He had well over 100 yards last week. He's going to absolutely light up Marshall this week. Georgia State wins it 27-14.
Yeah, give me Georgia State. I think they win at home. Daniel, who you got?
I say Georgia State too.
All right.
Me and Phil took Marshall. All right.
Number 25, Miami, goes on the road at number 12, North Carolina. North Carolina is a 3.5-point favorite at home.
No way that's the spread.
Even if Miami hadn't lost this game, I still would take North Carolina. I think it's by 10 plus. I still think North Carolina is far superior to why Miami is. And I'll take Drake May over Tyler Van Dyke all the time.
Oh gosh, the low blows, guys. Really.
Come on.
Give me North Carolina. Tar Heels are gonna roll in this one. Get that 3.5 where you can, man. It's free money.
Lucas?
Hopefully Mario can find a mushroom because that's the only way he's getting back to Miami after this game. 49-28 Tar Heels.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be close. I think North Carolina does what they did to Syracuse last week. I don't think it's very close. Daniel?
Yeah, I'd say about the same. I'm going with North Carolina.
All right. Number 23, Kansas, on the road at Oklahoma State. They're a 3-point favorite on the road. However, Jalen Daniels is not back for this game.
I mean, they still have Bean,
Jason
right?
Bean is still good at football.
Yeah. Jason Bean is still good at football. Exactly.
Rock chalk. Give me Kansas.
Yeah, give me Kansas to win this one. The Cowboys haven't looked good.
I also cannot wait for Arizona, Kansas in basketball starting next year.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's going to be great.
All
Kansas came in at number 1 in the preseason poll.
Oh, they are. I didn't know that. Cool.
Yeah, I'm taking Kansas 35-14. I think last week was kind of a fluke for Oklahoma State. They just played out their minds.
Yeah, I mean, I swear that somehow, some way in their mindset, Kansas is saving Jalen Daniels for that Oklahoma game. I just know that's what they're doing. So, yeah, I think Jason Bean's good enough to blow out Oklahoma State. So, give me the
Is
Jayhawks.
that game at home at least, the Oklahoma game?
Yep, that's at night game at Kansas.
Ooh. We'll see.
So, all right, Daniel, who you got?
I'm going with Kansas.
Good pick.
Good man.
All right, Auburn at number 22 LSU. LSU's an 11.5-point favorite at home. It's the second straight week of the Battle of the Tigers.
And Auburn has easily the worst quarterback, too, in both
Auburn
games.
is a secondary mascot.
Peyton Thorne is not that bad.
He's still not that good, but
He's not Brady Cook.
Give me LSU, and I think they're going to cover that.
All right, I'm taking LSU, but not the points. I don't think they're going to cover in this one.
Their defense is still really bad.
Yeah,
That's why
LSU's
defense
defense
is
is
bad.
still really bad. I think Auburn scores 28 in this, but I do think LSU wins it 34-28.
His family.
It's hard to win in Death Valley.
All right.
Especially at night.
Here's my pick.
Go Tigers. Go Tigers. Go Tigers. Go Tigers. Go Tigers.
All right, there we go. Go Tigers. Not the Auburn Tigers, the LSU Tigers. Daniel, who you got?
I'm going with LSU at home.
LSU
right.
at home at night. He's smart.
Arizona at number 20, Washington State. Washington State's a 7.5-point favorite at home. Does Arizona finally finish the upset attempt that they've tried to the last 2 weeks but failed?
If Fafita or whatever his name is, Noah Fafita is starting, he gives them a good chance because he's been fantastic.
He's their backup too.
Yeah, and he's been fantastic. But yeah, no, I think it's Give me Cam Ward and Wazoo.
There we go. Yeah, I will also take Wazoo. It's hold on, 6 p.m. Central Standard, so it's what, a 3 o'clock game for them.
4 o'clock, yeah.
That's
4 o'clock. I don't know, man. Time
On the
zones.
Palouse. I know
Oh.
Lucas hates that, but on the Palouse.
On the
Dude, it's hard-
Palouse.
it's hard
What
to
does that even mean? Is that the river? I don't know.
They're in the middle of nowhere. I'm a
Yeah,
I
Washington.
he
always
can do
wondered that.
Wazoo.
I thought it was like a plateau or something.
No, Washington State is literally in the middle of nowhere. Like you go to Pullman, Washington, there is nothing.
Nothing there.
So it's like
the
Penn
middle of ball
State
stadium.
because there's nothing around Penn State either.
There's absolutely
Yeah,
nothing.
it's
But
just-
yeah, I'm gonna take Washington State. It's hard to win in Pullman just in general, especially when Washington State's as good as they are right now. I am terrified to play them after playing Washington because we play them the week after. So I got them 45-30.
All right, yeah, give me Wazoo. However, I think this is another close game. I think Arizona leads until the fourth quarter, but Washington State and Cam Ward come in clutch. Daniel, who you got?
Yeah, I'm saying Washington State as well.
All right. Texas A&M at number 19, Tennessee. Tennessee is a 3-point favorite at home. Connor, who gets it done?
Go who you want to take. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I'm going to take Tennessee. I think Texas A&M's projected after last week coming so close to being Bama. I wasn't going to take Texas A&M.
Give me
Is it-
Give me Texas A&M, boy. Give me Texas A&M. Phil knows something that I do too. Texas A&M is the number 1 rushing defense, so they're going to make Tennessee beat them with Joe Milton, and Joe Milton is not going to beat Texas A&M.
Tennessee
Joe
doesn't-
Milton's going to throw a 99-yard pass, and it's going to be 50 yards into the stands.
Yeah, so things change when the season starts. I'm taking the Aggies in this one. They have the number 1 rushing defense. Well, I don't know if it's quite the number 1. It's number 1 in the SEC. I think it ranks number 3 in the country. I think it's like 2.6 yards per carry that they allow. Tennessee is a run-first team, despite what people like to say. They're a run-first team. If they can't run the ball, they struggle. I think Texas A&M is a good team. I really do. I think they had a chance to beat Bama. They probably should have beat Bama. I have it 24-17. I think defense plays a big factor.
I got Tennessee in this one. I know Bama has a good defense, but what I
You
saw
just
from
picked
Max,
Tennessee because you don't want to lose your bet.
no, dude, I saw Max Johnson against Alabama. I know Tennessee's defense is not Bama's defense, but I think the fact that it's on the road at Rocky Top, I think Joe Milton gets back in his groove and cooks this game. So yeah, I got Tennessee at home. Daniel, who you got?
I think I'm gonna go with Texas A&M.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's my
Here we
man.
go.
Okay, I like it.
All right. Next up, we got number 18 UCLA on the road at number 15 Oregon State. Oregon State is a 3.5-point favorite at home.
Give me the Beavs.
I'm also taking the Beavs. That's DJU still there? Yeah. Yeah, give me the Beavs.
So something about Oregon State, they actually split quarterbacks between Aiden Childs, who is the true freshman, and DJ Uyunglele. DJ still threw 5 touchdowns last week against California. I think their defense has struggled a little bit, but I think they're going to show a lot of fits for Dante Moore, that little traitor. So I have Oregon State winning this one 31-21.
All right. I'm going Oregon State. I don't think it's particularly close. And I trust DJU more at home than I do Dante Moore on the road.
It's hard to win in Reser, too.
Yeah, it is.
After they built their new stadium, there's a lot more fans that can be there.
Yep. Go ahead, Daniel.
I'd say Oregon State.
All right. NC State on the road at number 17, Duke. Duke is a 3-point favorite at home. Riley Leonard he is playing?
He is playing.
Okay. Riley Leonard is back.
Yeah, then give me Duke.
Yeah, give me Duke, and if you could get 3 points, I mean, get it. It's free money with Riley Leonard back.
I completely lied to you guys. You already picked Duke. Riley Leonard is not playing. No, I'm just kidding. He is playing. However,
the game starts.
He is playing. However, I'm worried a little bit, on what his condition's going to be. I still am taking Duke in this one because it's at home, but it's going to be close, 30-28.
I think MJ Morris is going to get 28 points.
I think NC State they've looked really bad and they've looked really good. So,
yeah. I'm going Duke, and I don't think it's particularly close. We've seen NC State against Notre Dame. We've saw NC State go to a shootout with Marshall this past weekend.
And Louisville.
Louisville was
should have beat Louisville.
They should have beat Louisville. Neither team wanted to win that game. But yeah, give me Duke. Go ahead, Daniel.
I'm going to go with Duke.
All right. Cal on the road at number 16, Utah. Utah's a 10.5-point favorite at home. I don't know if Cam Rising is back for this game.
Josh and I argued about this for about a half an hour this morning.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, just a reminder. It's none of your business if Cam Rising is hurt or not. You don't deserve to know what that's crap. I still disagree with that. You don't deserve to know. That's nothing. Come on. Anyways, Connor, go ahead.
If he is going to play, if he is healthy, he's not playing against California. I can tell you that right now.
There.
Yeah, give me Utah though.
Yeah, I'm taking the Utes.
Oh.
Yeah, Utah 42-20. California looked good against Oregon State, but
breaking news, Utah, their coaches came out today in a press conference, and when asked about Cam Rising, said they know the answer to that question, but they aren't telling anybody.
Yeah, so don't get upset when they keep asking.
So, yeah, I'm guessing that means Cam Rising is going to play.
I don't
give me Utah. I got the Utes. Daniel?
I got Utah as well.
All right. Next up, we got Daniel's hometown team, the Arkansas Razorbacks, on the road at number 11, Alabama. Alabama's a 19.5-point favorite at home. Connor?
Alabama. And the points.
Ooh. Man, if I know anything about this Arkansas team and about Sam Pittman, I'm going to say 20 points might not be enough. Go on and give me Arkansas. Sam Pittman has to figure something out down there. And they got to figure it out fast, or else I think he's on the hot seat, but I don't think that's quite fair for him.
So you're going Arkansas on that one?
No, I'm going Alabama.
Oh, okay. All right. Lucas?
I got to be quick because my dogs are eating as loud as hell. 41-17 Bama.
All right, yeah, give me Bama. I don't think it's very close either. Daniel?
Yeah, as much as I'd like to say Arkansas, I'd say it's Bama, 100%.
All right. Syracuse on the road at number 4, Florida State. The Seminoles are 17.5-point favorite at home.
Yeah, Florida State and taking the points. Syracuse, unfortunately, is now going backwards. I think they've lost 2 straight now. And I think, unfortunately, their hopes of keep it. I think Babbers is now getting closer and closer to getting fired.
Yeah, that's. I mean, we've seen this from Syracuse the past couple of years. Start out really hot, and then they run into Clemson, and then everything falls apart. Give me Florida State.
I'm not 100% on the Babbers getting fired
Let's go!
quite yet because their last 3 games have been against Clemson, North Carolina, and Florida State now. So that's a tough stretch of games. I don't think Syracuse is quite there. I got Florida State 56-21, but I don't think Dino Babbers is on the hot seat.
Yeah, give me Florida State in a blowout. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be close. Daniel?
Yeah, I don't think it'll be close either. I'll Florida State with it.
All right. By the way, Cortland Sutton just made an insane grab, but
For a touchdown?
yep.
I didn't start him this week.
Number 3, Ohio State at Purdue. It's not a night game, though. I know Ohio State fans, they get scared, and Ohio State players, they get scared when they hear at Purdue. But I don't think the spoiler makers will be the spoiler makers this week. But Connor, who you got?
Yeah, I feel like if this was a 6 p.m. start time, I think we all would have just taken Purdue just out of habit, honestly. No. Josh is shaking his head no, but I probably honestly would have. Justin, I mean, obviously he's taken Purdue.
Hold on. Justin, is it going to rain?
Is it going to rain?
Is
If it
gonna rain at
rains.
Purdue? If it's raining at Purdue, then
Oh,
maybe.
yeah, it actually is going to rain at Purdue. It's supposed to rain all day in Indiana. So who knows?
No, give me Ohio State.
Give me
to
Ohio
win.
State as well.
I don't.
I think-
I mean,
I
they're-
Is
they're
it
gonna
going to
cover.
rain, and does Kyle McCord have the flu? That's the question. That's the question.
Yeah, give me
I don't know.
Ohio State, but I'm not touching those points.
If you don't know what I'm referencing to, they put it on the thing for CJ Stroud that he lost to Michigan twice because he had the flu and it was raining the second time.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, Ohio State, I think they sleepwalk through this game. So 30, I have my score at 34-10 because I think they just absolutely sleepwalk through it.
Yeah, Ohio State fans and players, they're if it's not 70 degrees, clear skies, no wind, if the sun can't even be out too long, if it's not perfect conditions, they can't win, evidently.
I will say this though. At least Ohio State fans don't blame the refs. They blame.
That's true. They don't blame the refs like Ryan does.
They blame the God. That's what they blame.
Sure.
Yeah, give me the Ohio State though in this one. Daniel, who you got?
I'm going Ohio State.
All right.
And then the lone Ohio State fan in the chat, he's like, that's a bunch of BS.
Hey, we're not saying it's you. We're just saying.
Yeah,
it's
I know it is a bunch of BS for sure because it was a beautiful sunny day when the mighty Oregon Ducks trotted their way into the horseshoe.
Oh,
Hey,
jeez.
Still, they beat Notre Dame because it was
oh.
perfect weather. That's why.
It was perfect weather. Okay, let's
Wake
go.
Forest at Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech is somehow
Oh,
a
did we
1.5
get-
point favorite at home.
Okay.
Josh, you go first.
I go first now. What's
Yeah.
going on here? This is
Well,
I'm
ridiculous.
this
not- my team. I picked
Connor's
last.
team.
Oh, that's right. Give me Wake Forest.
Wake Forest did not. I mean, they looked okay last week against Clemson. My dog is. What do you want?
Begging for attention.
They looked okay last week against Clemson. They could have pulled that game off. However, I do think Virginia Tech has something going with Kyron Drones. I really do. I think they got something going on. I think 210 is actually a very good running back. I'm taking Virginia Tech 31-28. This has bit me in the ass before, but I'm taking VT.
All right, I'm taking Wake Forest. I'm sorry, Connor. I just don't think Virginia Tech makes a bowl game this year. It's going to be a rough season. So, yeah, give me the Demon Deacons. Daniel, who you taking?
I think I'm going to have to go with Virginia Tech.
There you go. I love you, Daniel. There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love you now. Lucas is right. I mean, I haven't done my Hokies focus. I apologize. I'll probably be able to do one tomorrow because I can wake up early and do it because I don't have to be to work until 2:45. So I'll do that tomorrow, Ryan. But yeah, Drones, I think they figured it out. He's definitely the key. He's definitely now finally. It used to be on the depth chart. It said Kyron Drones or Grant Wells. There's the or between them for the first team quarterback. Now it's just Kyron Drones, the first team quarterback. So I think Drones definitely gives them that edge offensively. He's coming in as a passer and stuff. And I think VT, at least at home, it's a sellout again. Despite how bad the team has been, they've sold out every home game this year. And I think they'll win.
All right. Next game, we got Josh's team, the Kentucky Wildcats, returning home to take on Mizzou, both of them coming off of losses to ranked teams in the SEC. UK is a 2.5-point favorite at home. We'll start with Lucas. Who are you taking in this one?
Unfortunately for Kentucky, I do think Missouri has a better offense, so I think they get this win. Kentucky pissed me off last week because they didn't beat Georgia, that I think is a very beatable team, and so I'm upset about it a little bit.
Oh, you're upset?
I'm taking Missouri.
Oh, you're upset.
I'm taking Missouri 38-35. I would not be upset if Kentucky got this win, but for Pickems purposes, I'm taking Brady Cook.
Yeah, me and Lucas were on the Mizzou hype train before everyone else boarded this offseason. We both said 9-3 on this podcast and got laughed at.
By me.
By Josh specifically. Well, after this game in Lexington, Mizzou will only need 3 more wins to hit that 9-3 record. And it'll come down to a Mizzou-Georgia game for the SEC East. So give me the Tigers.
Give me Dark Mizzou.
Dark Mizzou.
Sorry, Daniel. And then Daniel?
I'm going to go with Kentucky.
Ooh.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right. Let me tell you why Daniel's right. So Missouri released their uniforms for this game. And on top of everything else, on top of Kentucky having a better defense, the best defense Missouri has faced this year, on top of it being a night home game for Kentucky, on top of all of that, and the fact that Eli Drinkwitz is 0 for 3 against Kentucky in his entire collegiate coaching career, on top of all of that, they're wearing yellow helmets. Yellow helmets are 0-17 in Lexington the past 10 years. Give me the Kentucky Wildcats.
Just because it's the color yellow.
No. It's going to be a thriller. It's going to be 35-28. Give me Kentucky.
I just hope Luther Burden keeps balling for me in fantasy.
That was such a good pick. That was such a good pick by you.
I didn't even know who he was. He was my first receiver taken.
All right. Guest picker game of the week. Number 10 USC goes on the road at Notre Dame. Notre Dame is a 2.5-point favorite. And just for you, so you guys know, it is expected to be a downpour and 40 degrees in South Bend at night.
Thank God we didn't have to go to this game.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I'm going. So yeah, Yeah,
and you'll be miserable either way, regardless of how this game goes.
Oh, I don't know if anyone showed. Phil is also.
At least
on
you
the right
don't.
side
At
of
least you
that
don't
other
have to
game.
sit in the line for game day and
Yeah.
take polls off of
In
Josh's
40
whiskey.
degrees.
I think I saw a total of 10 minutes of game day. Maybe.
Then you walked out. Then you walked
You
out. 'cause
over
you're like,
you
"Me too."
overdid it though.
I
Like
was
nobody
Yeah.
said
so trash.
nobody said we had to play beer pong.
I
in
was
front of
so
Touchdown
smashed.
Jesus,
I
but
was
we
so
had a
smashed
great
at
time.
like 8:00, and I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna make it.
Don't
I still
listen
got
to
an
this.
hour.
Don't listen to
I
this
got Ryan's
indecency
card
from
keys,
us.
and then I gave him to
Oh.
Lucas. And he just walked back to the car and slept.
Dude, I remember. And you know what, Lucas? We never found that football.
No,
I know,
no.
I
You
said
need to
that.
get him.
Maybe in life,
Hey,
bring it in.
get Lucas a football when you go back.
You have to get another football.
Oh,
Get another
yeah.
football.
Okay.
That was unfortunate.
Despite the rain, I don't know. I don't know which team I trust less. Honestly, that's kind of how I feel about this game. But I'm gonna trust the better quarterback, and that's Caleb Williams. So give me Williams. So give me USC by 3.
Oh, the fingernails. Oh, no.
Dude, if he has those again, that'd be hilarious. I know
He
that would piss
will.
Brian
He
off.
will
I hate
for
it so
sure.
much. I hate
Probably
it so
will.
much that he's like, "This is my signature thing." I just okay.
All right,
You know
Josh.
what? Give me USC, even in a downpour. I think their offense is still red hot. They're gonna put up 35, 40 points. Notre Dame has to match it, beat it. I don't know if they can. Not right now, please. Give me USC to win this game.
Yeah, USC, even with the downpour, all that stuff, I still think this is going to be a high scoring game. They have ways to clean the ball or dry the ball off. It's not like the ball is going to be super slippery. It's not going to be crazy. I think USC wins 45-41. I still think it's going to be a pretty high scoring game. Both Notre Dame's defense has had a lot of questions for me the last especially after last week. I think Marshawn Lloyd is a very good running back for USC, so they can definitely run the ball if they need to. I think it's going to come down to just whoever has the ball last, and I think USC has the ball last.
All right, I'll let Daniel go next. Who you got in this one?
I think Notre Dame is going to be able to pull out on top. So I'm gonna have to go with them.
Yeah, and I wanted to mention this because Daniel, I don't know if you saw it. I sent it in the group chat. What USC is doing to prepare for a downpour in South Bend, just spraying water out of like a bug sprayer in the face, and I'm like, this is USC's idea of a downpour. USC has only won in South Bend 2 times. They've won twice since 2010. Part of that is because when they come to South Bend, it's usually cold, snowing, raining, and those Southern California kids just can't handle it. So it's
Okay,
gonna be cold.
I have to step in. You cannot. I'm sorry. Most of the kids that play for Southern Cal aren't from the West Coast. I'll say that
A lot of them go there
Oregon recruits better out of California than USC does, for one. For two, this isn't Clay Helton. Clay Helton isn't leading this team, okay? This is Lincoln Riley,
Clay
a guy who
Helton
knows
played
how to win
defense.
regular season. A guy that knows how to win regular season games. Notre Dame can very well win this game, but I'm not going to let you get away with that narrative.
Hey, it's a fact. There's a reason why they can't win in South Bend.
Oh my god. Okay.
So I think I'm not going to jinx it, but I think Notre Dame wins this game, and I don't think it's particularly close.
Yeah.
So yeah, give me Notre Dame.
What's pretty what,
The team that has the defense in this game, especially in the weather, wins. USC doesn't play defense. All right, next up, this is Lucas's game.
Jahar Jordan doesn't think Notre Dame plays defense either.
Week 0 podcast game of the week. Number 8 Oregon at number 7 Washington.
Oh no, we lost Daniel.
Daniel was tired of the slander.
He really was.
Washington.
Does he still have the link?
I think he's got to go because he got school in the morning.
Yeah, it is.
I'll get his picks.
Oh gosh, it is that late.
Washington is a 3-point favorite at home.
Boy.
It's a pick 'em.
It is basically a pick 'em.
So
go ahead.
Connor, go first.
Yeah, Oregon. Statistically, it says that they are the top, that they are the third best defense in terms of yards given up per game, but honestly, they haven't played any in offense this good. Oh, he's back.
There we go.
Hello?
There we go.
Yeah, got him.
You're good, man.
So yeah, so we haven't. So Oregon hasn't played an offense like this good.
There we go.
We can't add it.
Go ahead, Connor. We got him.
We got.
So I'm gonna take Washington. I think. I mean, obviously, we're gonna see Penix versus Bo Nix. I understand Oregon's defense is really good, but I'm gonna give them the home factor. I think at least that's gonna be the reason.
This is gonna be an absolute slugfest. I think that it's really going to come down to who's going to be more physical with the ball and who's going to take the better shots in this game. For that reason alone, even though I love Michael Penix Jr., give me the Oregon Ducks to win this game.
All right, Daniel,
look good, play good, baby.
I think I'm going to agree with that.
You're going to go Oregon as well. Wow.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Oregon.
Okay. I'm usually on the SCO Ducks train. I'm usually on the Hook, the Fuskies train. I'm sorry, Lucas, not this week. I think Michael Penix Jr. is just a tad bit better than Bo Nix. It's at Washington. I just think Washington has a little more juice, just like they did last year in Autzen. Give me the Huskies. Go ahead, Lucas.
Oregon is one of only a few teams. I believe it's only 5 teams in the country. Actually, probably less than that. I think it was like 3 teams in the country to have a top 10 offense and a top 10 defense. Now, have we played nobody? Yes. Washington has also played nobody, and they have given up a lot of yards. Michael Penix is actually a year older than Bo Nix, believe it or not. But Washington's defense has given up a lot of yards, and Oregon hasn't really been tested, but I think we have one of the best corners in the country in Kyrie Jackson. And I think he's going to be all over Roma Dunze. It's going to be a very good game. I have the score 38-28. I think we pull away at the end because I think it's going to come down to the trenches. We got a better defensive line. We have a better offensive line. I think it's going to show. This is going to be the biggest win of Dan Lanning's career, and Oregon is going to be going in a very good direction.
All right. And then finally, the final pick 'em on the schedule. The $1 ticket game. Now, Daniel, just for you, our $1 ticket game is the worst game of the week that you could possibly go to that you could legitimately get a ticket for $1. There actually wasn't too many bad games this week. So this is the worst one I could find.
Maybe it's not the worst team possible, but
yeah. So
as a Maryland fan,
the $1 ticket game is Navy. The Midshipmen go on the road at Charlotte. Navy's a 3.5 point favorite on the road. And Charlotte's head coach is basically like a mafia boss.
That's a good way of putting it. Yeah, give me Navy.
Bill
Gonna
has
drop
Navy.
the anchor on them. Same thing with Air Force. That triple option, very difficult to get ready for in just a week's time. If you have the entire off season like Notre Dame does, that definitely helps. And Navy is now passing a bit more this year, and I think they're trying to get fully away from the full triple option, getting a bit more passing into it, and it's starting to come together, I think. And yeah, give me Navy.
Yep, go on and give me Navy in this one. I remember when it was week 2 and y'all were picking Charlotte to win games.
Yeah.
Give me Navy.
Yeah, I'm taking Navy as well, and I wanted to do like a weird score, so I did 16-0.
Oh.
All right, give me Charlotte. I love their head coach. Like I said, he's like a mafia boss. He's one of the coolest head coaches in college football. I think they get it
Eli
done.
Drinkwitz exists.
I think it's just Charlotte, man. I think they get the dub. It's at home, and yeah. Daniel, who are you taking in this one?
I'm gonna go with Navy.
All right. So this might be another free point for me. I've been killing it. The whole reason I have the lead is because of these $1 ticket game pickup. Legit. But all right. Well, Daniel, I don't want to take too much more of your time. I know you got school in the morning, and I know your teacher wasn't too nice on y'all this week. But thank you for coming on and taking some more time to come on and hop on with us.
Of course, I appreciate you for having me.
Thanks, man.
Absolutely.
Appreciate
All right,
it.
man. Have a good night and good luck. You play tomorrow, right?
Yes, sir, we do.
All right. Good luck in your game tomorrow, man.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yep. Thanks, Daniel.
And so we'll let him go. So this was the Week Zero podcast. I will try and reach out to VT's
Wait. Hold on.
Gabriel Williams, see if I can get him maybe, because he is VT's ultimate hype man right now for
We
Brent.
can talk about this one or not on the show, probably.
All right.
Yeah. Because right now, it's W time. That's right. W Energy at W.GG. Go there. You can get you a can just like this. Use code Week0 for 10% off. It's 10% off your entire order there. It's good stuff. I love it.
Nice.
That's all
short,
they paid for.
Cool. That's
All
all.
right.
That's all, folks. This has been the Week Zero podcast. We'll be back. Are we going to be doing like a live reaction to Wazoo?
Yeah, I think we should do.
I think we should do that. Or you guys can. Is that a night game? What time is that?
It's a night. No, 2:30 game. And Connor, take us out. By the way,
3:30 Eastern.
I have to work, so I won't be able to do that. But for Dubs, Don, Lucas, for Josh, for Ryan, taking for Caleb Fravel, I am VTech Man. This has been the Week Zero podcast. We'll be